What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everyone's doing well. So today's video, I'm going to be centering it around a problem that a lot of my students have been facing recently, and it's something that I've noticed through a lot of coaching sessions that I've done over the past, I'd say 2 weeks, and they're just too direct, especially when attacking, right? So if we say we're the red team, right, and you have a pass into here and you make this pass, a lot of players will just try to immediately try to find the next pass when there's still pressure on the player they're trying to hit, right? And that's not what we want to do. Usually when I'm playing, if I make a pass, unless it's a very obvious, like they're running through this space and I need to hit them so they end up in the half space between the back line and the midfield line, I will never do first time passes. The only time I will do first time passes is if I'm under pressure and there's space that I can go into, right? So for example, let's say I give the ball here, play it back, play it there. She's wide, right? I triggered him and he's running, and then I can just play it through like this. That's the only time I'll really use first time passes if they're just not super obvious, right? And the problem that I saw with a lot of my students is they don't take the time to survey the field and scan the field, right? So the topics that I want to go over, or I guess the principles that I want to discuss, is patience and build up and also scanning the field, because I think it's something that a lot of you can benefit from. And it is something that I kind of touched on the live video that I made yesterday, but I really want to make sure that I ingrain this philosophy in you guys, because this is one of the key things when attacking that will make you guys not just better at FC26, but 27, 28, and all the other video games to come out in the future, right? And it'll also help you in just other football games. If you guys play like eFootball, I have some people that play eFootball too, or goals, right? Knowing this kind of spacing just in the sport and not really in the sense of the game is way more valuable, just because you can transfer it to any game of soccer or football, right? So I have some clips that I'm going to go over today. It's just three, and I'm just going to analyze them in a way more focused on the spacing, my patience, and how I scan the field when I'm playing. Okay, so I'll just get the first clip up, and I'll see you guys there. All right, so in this clip, if I let it run, right, we have a build up. Notice how I turn into the space. I notice where he's pressing me, so my first touch is into the space. Like you guys remember from the first touch video. Away from the pressure, into space. That's where every first touch needs to be. So look, if we let it play, right? Look, patience. Patience. Look how patient I am. I'm just driving into space. I notice he's trying to second man press, and I notice this little gap right here is open. So I just take it. And now look, also, there's so many things going on, right? So that's the first part. But notice too, right, in the build-up, watch Ginola for a second while I play this. I triggered Ginola. And why do you think I triggered Ginola? Because I want just space open, right? I'm trying to see if a pass is there. It's not there. He's too aggressive. I do maybe one like turn thing, and I'm already gone. And look how much space I have to run into now. And then look, little what's it called? Directional nutmeg cancel, or directional nutmeg into a pass. If you guys want to know how to do that skill move into the pass, check out my skills video. It's one of my earlier videos, but it's definitely really useful. Look, again, just patience, right? Little shimmy, and I get the goal. But it all starts from me being patient back here. Look, and even here. All of these little things add up, right? Notice the pressure's up there, so if I turned up into Elise's pressure, I would have lost the ball. But I noticed that, so my first touch is down, right? Find the wing immediately, just waiting. He presses me, just take it into the space, and then I just straight up go and abuse the rapid play style and just go because she's lengthy as well. Little directional nutmeg pass, split the lines, and then very easy finesse. So, like I said, I'm just being patient and I'm just waiting to see what opens up, right? I see a pass that I can maybe squeeze. Janola's in a really good place, right? Janola's in a really good place for me to try to find this lane, right? But if I do a regular pass, there's a chance that I think his Torre here will intercept it. So I do the directional nutmeg just to pull the ball back, so it's a more direct pass, right? And beautiful, split the lane, little touch because he commits, and we get the goal. So that's going to be it for this clip. I'll try to keep this video pretty short, but notice like when I'm running as well, I'm scanning. I'm always watching these two just to see if they're open and I can find them. And I notice this gap immediately. So that's why I played that pass, right? That's why I let it go. So like I said, very simple, just scanning the field, using the first touch, right? I'm combining everything I've been teaching you guys, okay? So I'll see you guys in the next clip, and we'll keep going. All right, so in this second clip here, watch. I find the space with De Jong, or I use Van Dijk to find De Jong in the space, right? Find Ginola. This is where I'll play quick, right? I'm calling him short, so he gets the pass, and he'll beat this man to the ball first, right? One touch, bang. Ronaldo's in beautiful space, right? Trigger Doku, so he runs, right? Again, little shimmy. He overcommits with the center back. And look, a lot of people, because at this point in champs, I think I was 12-1. A lot of people will try to fake this pass or actually play this pass. You don't want to. I know this guy was kind of decently defending for the first 15 minutes, and I also I want to fake him out, right? So I slow down because when I slow down, it makes him think about this pass more, and then I just keep going, and we get the goal, right? So I wasn't very direct. I was patient, right? So in this point, I could have just gone straight to goal and shot it, but I slowed down just to make him do that little bit, right? See how he played that pass just a little? That got me the opening for the shot, right? So it's these little intricacies that when you get to those higher win levels or win elos, elite division, higher level gameplay, those little things matter 10 times more just because now your guys' skill level, the skill gap isn't really as big. So you need to be able to be more creative and patient in your attacking so it's a lot more fluid. So that's going to be it for this clip. And then I'll head into the last clip and that will probably just be it for today. All right, so in this last clip here, watch what I'm doing. Okay, use Pfeiffer. I trigger her, right, because I still want her just running into that space. I use L2 dribbling because look, when you use L2 dribbling, they still press you, right? So if he's pressing you while you're shielding, look how I just turn, right? And now I open up that passing lane. Look, patient, right? Just being super patient. So now look, find the open man. Same thing, right? So look, I'm patient here. A lot of people, they would have tried to find Ronaldo here, even though he's marking it. I know he's marking it, so I don't go for it. Just patient, find the build-up. Look, I trigger Ginola, right? So look, this trigger with Ginola makes the center back sag off, so I'll have Ronaldo open. Watch. See? They backed up, so Ronaldo can go down, and then I find that easy low driven. Okay? So, again, using the triggers, I'm being patient. I'm not forcing. I could have played this pass to Ronaldo, but he has so many numbers here. I don't get any value from playing Ronaldo here. Even if though he's in space, I'm also recognizing that he has a numbers advantage. So I don't want to put myself in that kind of a deficit. But look, right? Patient, trigger Ginola because I just want him running at the back line. Find Doku in the split. Same thing, right? Ginola sags off because now he's not in position anymore, and we get the goal. So that's pretty much exactly what I was talking about. Being patient, using bait triggers, and just overall, like I said, scanning, reading the space, and sending runners to create passing options. That's it. If you guys just get better at those three things, you guys will probably go from like 6 wins to 8 wins, 8 wins to 10 wins, right? I know that some people will be like, oh, there's so many other factors. Just focus on key principles and the basics. The best players in the world do the basics flawlessly. It's not because they do these cool skill moves, drag back fakes, all this other random bullshit, right? They do the basics perfectly every single time, or at the very least, like near perfect, okay? That's what's going to make the difference, just getting good at the basics. So, like I said, we just want to be super patient. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are looking for some one-on-one coaching, make sure to check out the description for the Discord. Like I said, I'll be doing a lot of coaching sessions in there. You guys can book a call as well just to get to know me, and we can figure out if coaching is right for you. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. I'd love to hear you guys' feedback in the comments section. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!